ridiculous. But it still is early. Friday might crack open, I think. Yeah, it's going to be great. Hello there, Pastafafian. It's me, Sermonizes. We're down here at the mall. Yeah, you too. I'll see you very soon. Down here, giving away free placebo with my sort of, tip jar here. Has a handle, which, I thought was silly and superfluous, but now it helps maintain the 6 feet of social distance that we've advised ourselves to respect. So yeah, here we see the effects of human ingenuity. Let's see if this Yankee spirit really can solve problems in new and exciting and interesting ways. Let's see if necessity is the mother of invention. In fact, it is not. Who knows? Who knows what it is? Oh, hello there, everybody. New hat? Maybe. Old pieces and a new sort of configuration. It is my Corona costume, as it were. Salutations to the omnipresent waffle. We get more of these comments here. Oh, Josephine Leroux is here. Oh, I'm so very nervous. Redonk is here. I'm glad you are back. Sorry for scooting off there. But here I am now, back streaming. Hey, when I push that chat button, I'm able to see the old battery. So I was talking to a fella just now down the road that I had met previously. Look, Russell is here. Hello, Russell. Russell was going to be down here, but he bumped into problems, and so he stayed home, I guess. But might be out here. Could be. Who knows what happens on the mall? It's a place where anything can and insists on happening. Let me check the battery. So I have 62%, and the fellow that usually hangs out here is not here either. His name is this guy sits right here. His name was Baba. He said with no R, just a bar. Oh, let me set some of my signs down here. Do pardon me as I adjust my situation a little bit. Get ready to preach live to all of these people. Maybe I'm going to want to put my signs down. I can preach right here, I suppose. Please join my cult. That's a good sign. Put it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, do not be alarmed, do not be frightened. My name is Sermonizes. I'm a real preacher from the cult of Flying Spaghetti Monster. Here are my credentials from the prophet of Flying Spaghetti Monster, Bobby Henderson himself. I'm out here because today is Friday, which is of course the holy day. And I am a preacher, a street preacher of this great American cult. I say American, but we are international. Today was a very great week for us. One of our propaganda pieces was published, and the mainstream media ate it up. We followed the advice of our PR assistants and made a public announcement, or I don't even know what it's called. You're supposed to put up a thing, those things are called, where you talk and all the journalists look it up and they you pretty much do their job for them. Well, they did one of those and it worked. So everybody's watching our movie now, Pastafafian. Go check it out, tell me what you think. But I have to pirate it, unfortunately. As a pirate, I have to, I can't pay straight, mostly because I think of what Brother Spaghettis has said about it. I'm going to have to go look that up again. But, yeah, so here I am. Oh, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to them. Sorry about that, sorry for getting distracted. I know this is kind of weird and confusing, but that's because I'm pretty weird, I'm pretty confused as well. I usually don't preach to two audiences. but I do have my live stream here. I've recently returned from a tour on the east coast of this great American country, during which I pondered many things. I went to Ground Zero, and times, you know, I really can't list the places that I've been for embarrassment and how emotional it makes me. So please do check the links below for that list. The list of the sermons that I did make there. And now I'm back. I'm again home. Please do pardon me while I collect myself. But today is Friday, the first Friday that I have been home, and I've been looking forward to coming out and sermonizing to you and helping you find the truth. Helping you in your journey towards truth. I know it's very difficult and you don't have much time. You've got a lot of real life to do before you really figure out what morality and ethics is, what this reality is made of and why. And you have to do that in your sort of spare time. Well, that's great. Right out here is where I'm doing as well in my spare time. So come on down here to the 16th Street Mall. Let's have conversations. Let's have conversations about faith, truth, religion, the shape of the earth, what kind of evidence a mind finds compelling, and a reason for believing something. Let's talk about the flying spaghetti monster and his design for this reality and why he made certain decisions from the very beginning. Come on down to the 16th Street Mall where this conversation is going and happening and cannot be stopped. And if you do see Joseph Maldonado, let him know I'm looking for him. Also, I've got some reports saying that some of the old street preachers are going to be assisting Kerrigan Skelly as they travel here or something. Not really sure, but hopefully they'll come and have a conversation in the street. For my friend Joseph Montano believes that they don't preach quite correctly, and some of they get caught up in some of the weeds, as it were. Don't mean to speak for him. I was not able to finish my interview with Joseph Montano for a number of reasons. We just sort of weren't able to get there. Oh, look what I've done again. I've gone from preaching to these people to talking to you. So I guess we're just doing a radio show on the street. I guess I'll pack up so I don't look so weird to these people. Let's go ahead this way and see if there's anyone down there to preach to, and I can just sort of bother you. Yeah, let's see these conversations. Very vivid in color. What a lurid bench. It's very bright down here, right? I don't know how, but somehow, I don't know what is happening, but somehow all of my cameras seem to have their saturation maximized when I go and look at it. I swear I'm not doing it intentionally, but it's got to be if it's 100% of the time. Just ignore us and tell truths to the public. Oh man, if only I could. I do have in my pocket here, let me show you. Let me put you in my basket. I've got this device right here. I've been recording 23 minutes of it. I very much am likely to take this video that you're watching, put it to this audio, cancel, I don't want to stop streaming, and then continue on the audio after I've ended the stream, and in that case, because I'll have put you off into the future. I'm at 64%. Man, it's just going to be a game where I tell you where I am and what percent my phone is, and again tell you that I can't see any street preachers. So, you know, I guess that's the show. Radio show, live, on the street. I guess radio show is always live, isn't it? I mean, you know, not for the people who watch it later, but it's broadcast live. Now it's broadcast live from location B. So that's cool. It's very hot out there. I was able to keep that computer running for quite a lot of hours in a row. Here I arrive at Stout Street and 16th. This is where I've met many street preachers for the first time. This is quite a place for meeting people and things, but then here are these people playing very serious games with serious equipment. So I suppose while they are around, it is their intersection. For some reason we still live in a reality where the person who writes history is the person who had the monopoly of violence. So that's weird. Let's see what else is going on here. I don't hear anybody. It is very, very early. I think what I'm going to do is sort of pick a shady spot and just observe this location again today. Oh, fuck. You remember I said I was going to eat and I didn't. I'm so fucked, guys. Every time I come out here, I'm like, what's wrong? Why can't I find whomever Flying Spaghetti Monster has prepared for me to meet today? And the answer is because I refuse to obey the fifth. So, oh well. The menu noodle bars up here. It's like $10 though to eat there. I've got 37 cents. So I'll check and see what the Rialto has for that. I left the house with $3, but I spent like $2.50 on like that oil that I was talking about. So, I suppose that could have been $3 sandwich for me. Or maybe it's the scooter that was obeying the fifth. So maybe that will count for both the scooter and myself. It's very hard to know. Down here, well, it's not as crazy as it was in New York, where people were these things where people are sitting, they've been here the whole time, In New York, looks like they just spilled out into the street, and they're all eating in the street. We were walking to our cars, and we saw some pretty serious rats. Check it out. I don't see no rats here in Denver, you know what I mean? But again, I didn't see any rats in Times Square. It was nice. Yeah, it was nice. Ain't nothing like the 16th Street Mall. This shit was designed by IMK right here. This is gorgeous shit. These trees are fucking blue. If I can explain that shit. Also, we don't have a Spider-Man problem. Fucking Times Square was overflowing with Spider-Mans. Although I did see a Spider-Man recently who was talking to that preacher guy. I always forget his name, but he's up there in Toronto and he does a lot of preaching, and he's wearing serious and seriouser clothes. Like he's going Old Testament in his shirts lately. Alright. So I think I'm going to sit here, go to the Money Museum, and ponder for a while, and then walk back to my scooter and drink water. Anyway, Pastafafian, thanks for joining me. The battery power is now 48%, so I'm going to use that 48% later probably. It's 3 o'clock almost. I'm going to stay here till 4ish, I think. I'll talk to you in about an hour, I think. Unless something really, really interesting happens, which I hope doesn't, because it still is a bit too early, you know what I mean? So, yeah, see you very soon, Pastafafians.